necessarily. There are all sorts of types of demons.
Yeah, it depends on what ring. All right, welcome back to Akun-san. Or, I'm sorry, welcome back to Conscripted, episode 27.
Hey!
By the way, you guys have now joined the Akun-san campaign.
That's the feeling when you call your significant other your ex. That's what I just felt.
I'm your friendly goblin Zug.
There was a slight crossover that happened in the last episode. A very thin crossover that happened in the last episode. But no spoilers. Let me get this conscripted calendar up and open here.
We also fought Jack several episodes ago.
Yep.
Wait, in Akusan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed him with a scorching ray.
Oh.
Jack died twice. Yeah, I needed an NPC of a certain level for an encounter, and I was like, oh, Jack is the perfect level for this. So I threw Jack in there, and I let Jack have all of his all the stuff that he had on his characters as loot.
I just realized Tom wasn't there for the reference on Sunday.
All right. So, who remembers where we left off last session?
All right, so it started with dreams. Pretty much it was revealed that the spirit down south, like some giant angry spirit, was the one causing the like compass dreams and stuff. Then we were betrayed by the secret society we were helping, and we got revenge on them by revealing their presence to the orc camp.
You were betrayed by the secret society.
Yeah, man, they came and stabbed Ryan and didn't tell us their plan. They didn't bring us in on the plan, so they got betrayed back.
I'm down with that verbiage.
Okay.
Anyone not telling us shit, I'm just considering betrayal at this point. It's betrayal all the way down.
At the highest and at the lowest. All right. So what else? Is that it?
Let some other people get some XP.
I don't remember anything else. That was the
Some weird hobgoblin wanted me to touch him.
Yeah, Sphinx already got
What?
married. She just doesn't know yet. In fact, though, in not getting married, she potentially cost us some evidence that would have made our lives a little bit easier. But sooner or later, we eventually reached a conclusion with the help of a vomiting truth spell that revealed that we were indeed not full of it to the rest of the council, and that there was a traitor amongst them. Although he claims to not be a traitor, I don't know. I don't really see any way that plan wasn't going to like cost like a lot of lives of people and get a very little in return. So there's probably some sort of corruption or bribery going on in that. I would be highly surprised if it was just purely stupid. It could have just been purely stupidity, but as far as I'm concerned, that guy was selling out my people, and that's not cool. Yeah, but all is fair and well. We didn't kill anybody. And here we go.
Get whatever man I want.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was giving her pick of the litter.
Yep. When you're ready to settle down and start that mating, you gotta help. You gotta help them produce, and you're a intelligent figure, and that's what that community needs. They need more smarts.
Oh hey, it's Ryan.
Oh hey.
Hey Ryan.
Yeah, sorry for being so late. One of my friends called and had some serious issues that were going on and needed to talk about them. So
you suggested he call the suicide helpline?
No, I did not suggest that she call the suicide helpline. That's when you want to enable suicide, right?
Oh jeez.
That's to help you commit suicide. Isn't that what that's for?
The name is a little.
Well, I think it's done that way on purpose, right? So that people who are like thinking about committing suicide are more likely to call because they're like, "Oh, this is a hotline that will help me commit suicide." And then they're like, "Sure, we can help you. Now, why do you want to commit suicide?" And then they like trick you into thinking you don't want to kill yourself.
What a bunch of selfish bastards.
Jesus.
Shots fired.
No, that's the problem. They weren't.
Ouch. All right. Well, before I get demonetized. Yeah. So that's a pretty good recap. Anybody else got anything they want to throw on there?
I would just like to point out, I thought we were supposed to incorporate Pierre into this, but we never did.
Well, that was a suggestion that I made, but nobody.
I think we forgot.
Yeah, nobody seemed interested in it. So.
I mean, I was interested. I think we just forgot to do that. Should try it next time.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
last time we were talking to Pierre a little bit.
On the road.
do you remember
Yeah,
some of what got talked about with Pierre and who was talking to him about it?
Mal was talking to him and convincing him to become a rogue or to not follow, or like he was talking to him about how was he about his. Oh god damn it! I'm forgetting this.
I didn't really convince him of anything. I was just talking to him.
Well, yeah, you weren't convincing him, but like he was influenced by what you were talking to him about.
He was asking me the whole, like, if someone's doing evil because they're manipulated by evil, are they actually evil kind of thing.
Yeah.
That sort of moral dilemma.
All right. Well, I'm going to give everybody 100 experience for participation in that recap. A little bit clustered there, but it'll work.
We did our best, guys.
We did our best.
We did a job.
I have a pizza trophy for all of you.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll
Pizza
take a
trophy.
pizza. It's edible.
All right. So I believe from there, what is the plan? Where are you guys heading?
Can we
So I
get a
think we're
reminder of what day it is and where exactly we are?
Absolutely. You are still presently in Kumoa.
Right.
And it is the 6th of Larsus.
And were we like end of day, or is this like the beginning of a new day?
You are at it's kind of weird here. Hold on. So you leave for Kumoa, arrive there. You guys stayed the night actually. So this is kind of a little off. Hang on. It's really more the 7th.
Yeah, because I think we waited till the morning to talk to the council.
Correct.
Right?
That is
It was
correct.
too late when we got there.
Yeah, I don't know why I have leaves Kumoa on the same day. That is not a correct note. Why did that change the font sizing and what the fuck? It just suddenly went to 9-point font. It's like, the other one was 12 and you copied and pasted it, so it should be 9, right? Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe we were headed straight into the mountains to solve this mystery.
Yeah, we were just going ahead.
Oh, that sounds great. Go for it. I'm excited
yeah.
to see all of your corpses.
No, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to the things that were happening in the south, so I can handle that alone.
Oh, yeah, even better. All you got to do is cross an ocean, or at least a small
Yeah, we
body
were going
of
to
water.
split up. I forgot.
Yeah.
I love
We heard
all
that there
of
was
these
trouble
plans.
afoot, and then we decided to split up.
And then it was time for the next campaign.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would expect from a bunch of white people.
What the fuck?
Shots fired.
Take that, honkies.
Jesus.
All right.
And,
So-
and 75% of Steve.
So, it is the 7th, and you guys were, in the morning, you guys had the conversation with the Crimson Council, and then I believe you were set to head out, and if I'm not mistaken, you were heading out to a certain place that only one of you have been before.
Mukmak.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get our travel on. Now, I want to check something about people's characters. Did everybody do their leveling?
No.
God damn it.
I
Jess.
had
it's not
intended to.
I leveled like.
Well, yeah, Zeke is not yet level 5.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I've got an hour before the game starts. Let me go ahead and do that. And then my friend called, and I was like, damn it, this is a serious conversation. So, but I am going to take that.
Well, I'm assuming at this level your survival is going to go to a +10, correct?
Yeah, I could do my skills and my stats and stuff right now.
Okay. So at this point, you guys will not need to make survival checks. The base that is being rolled on survival checks is essentially if he were to take 0 even, the party would be getting a 12 on survival, which is enough to move from places to places that you've been before. So as long as conditions don't get irregular or you don't get into a combat that kind of gets you thrown out of direction, you guys do not need to make survival or knowledge geography checks anymore. Those will only be useful if you are heading to a new location or need to change direction for some reason.
Way to blow your rolls.
Yeah, I just used both my fucking nat 20s for the night on goddamn perception rolls.
Sorry.
Fuck it.
Well, the perceptions are still going to be essential. So
That's just like some high guard.
just the survival. Sometimes
probably.
Dan doesn't understand the difference between his skill types.
I probably need to do that thing where I roll my hit points.
Yes, you do. So it's the perceptions you're still going to roll. It's the survivals and the knowledge geographies that are not being rolled.
Oh,
All right.
I'll pretend I can see things.
Okay. Woo! Hot potato!
A hot potato.
We are starting this off on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
An entire pride of lions.
Literally or figuratively?
Oh, a little bit of both, I think.
Reflex save to save from
Ooh,
fire.
they're on fire lions.
Well, alright, at least I got a
Must
good
be the
perception.
shoes.
So hopefully we see it coming.
Stay,
Ooh,
Pierre.
are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
All right, so you guys are heading towards Mukmak, and you guys have never taken this journey straight from Kumoa to Mukmak before. But as you start getting a ways down, Kumoa starts to fade into the distance. There is what was the highest perception we got here?
30.
Not my 12.
Yeah, 30. Excellent. So, it is a good time to have rolled a 30, Maldronicus. You can see
Okay,
out
yes,
in the
it's
distance, out in the very far distance, there are some larger tents set up. It almost looks like in the distance you can see some that has a layout very similar to Kumoa. Like there's a bunch of very large tents. And as you peer closer, you start to notice that what is moving around are a bunch of creatures with lion-like faces and big furry bodies.
Do they look like the were-lion?
They do look like the were-lion you saw before.
Mm-hmm.
There are with the 30, I think you can even get a reasonable count on how many of them there are. There are
More than one.
about more than 15, but less than 20.
Time to fucking run.
So, guys, I think we should divert this carriage route right now.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now we got this. Hey, ugly lion face dudes.
He does not speak for our entire group.
We're under new management now, remember? We're going around. We're going around.
Let's see if they spot you as well.
No.
All right. So yeah, you guys will Mal, you instruct very quickly for Pierre to turn the cart, go in literally any direction except that one.
It's like, Pierre, have you ever been ripped in half before? I literally say this to
No,
him, Pierre. Have you
I've
ever been ripped in half before?
I've never been ripped in half before.
All right, then turn this wagon to the fucking right or get the fuck out of here.
All right, he starts steering the horses to the side. Let me have him give get some Pierre rolls in here because Pierre deserves rolling too.
Every Pierre matters. Pierre lives matter. I put so much whiskey in this cider. This is gonna be a fun session.
Yeah, so Pierre gets the horses turned and the cart starts moving away from the campsite. I am going to need a knowledge geography for this reroute though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and now with that, I need a survival to maintain the route.
Geography.
Need that survival with this.
There we go.
Excellent.
Ooh.
All right, and yep, keeping up the perceptions is a good idea. Because you are on the next leg of the journey.
Why am I even doing this?
Holy shit, the dice want you dead tonight.
I don't want to be dead tonight.
All right.
Another encampment of were-lions. Okay.
Almost. In this case, though, you're moving along. What's the highest perception we got here this round?
I've got a 20.
A couple of 20s.
Okay. So similar to what you saw a while before, you notice in the distance, there's like a bit of a like hill that looks like it's been like somebody's carved a cave into the hill. And you can remember you've seen this thing before, quite some time ago, back when you were on your way back from Comminster to Lukill.
Oh, collectively we've seen this.
It is a warg den. And let's see if then any of them are up for the evening. Yes. You can also see in the distance that there is a warg who's kind of like wandering around, and it's got a bunch of like little tiny like wargs kind of roaming around beside it, and they're like playing with each other and like doing a little bit of fighting with each other and growling.
It's kind of cute, actually.
Nope.
But
Yeah,
they do
no.
not appear to have spotted you yet. And Pierre brings the cart to a halt. I don't know what to do.
Pierre, I'm gonna need you to do the unless someone wants to go slaughter baby wargs. There's probably more of them. No, we're Does anyone know anything about wargs? Should we just divert?
You guys can give me a knowledge nature and see what
Sure.
that comes up with. All right, Mal. You from some of the books you picked up over when you were last in Shashat's library, you do remember a bit about wargs. Wargs are an intelligent wolf species. There are a few of them that actually live in Kamoa. They tend towards being a bit territorial and somewhat aggressive.
But they don't seem to be long-distance hunters.
No, they're not. They have to get in close. They are quite quick. They can move faster than your horses could with relative ease. They can see in the dark. They are normally very perceptive. It is a huge surprise that they have not seen you in this circumstance yet. This is probably only happening because, this looks like, a parent with their young, and they're probably distracted with the children. But they usually travel in small to medium-sized groups.
And they're sentient species?
They are sentient.
Okay, yeah.
But they do tend towards being more selfish in nature. No real order, but no real randomness to them either. They just kind of keep to themselves and their own ideas and needs.
They're not aggressively threatening to society, though.
It can vary depending upon the circumstances and the needs or wants of the wargs.
What would be? Can I do some sort of check for what the military's stance on wargs would be?
Sure. Give me a knowledge nobility.
Don't have that one.
Does somebody else? I thought somebody else had some ranks
I
in
do.
nobility. Yep.
He asked me about it.
So you would know that the wargs are sort of considered to be beasts of the land. They are rather dangerous to many of the towns, especially because of their intellect. When they do tend towards hunting, they tend to prey on easier targets, especially if they're near enough to a camp or to a town or a village that happens to be moving livestock or happens to be trying to maintain livestock or food. They will often sneak in and get what they can of whatever it is they need. Many of them would rather not engage with people, but if that's the only food that's been around for a while and it seems easy pickings, they will probably, or if they feel like their home is in danger, they would probably take action. But the military has no don't kill or do kill stance on them, considering them not to be intelligent enough to have a say of sorts in the outcome of their existence.
All right. What do we do?
I'm okay with leaving this be, unless anyone has any particular argument for.
No, they're not harassing
charging in
Muckmack.
there.
I don't think we have any reason to.
We're pretty far from. How far away from the nearest towns are we, anyways?
You guys have made almost no distance to Muckmack. Every time you guys set out in a direction, you did your reroute and you were starting to come forward, and here's this warg den just sitting right out here in the open. The same, and that was the same way it was when you ran into the lion camp.
So they'd be close to Kamoa, but I mean, my orc brethren are pretty good warriors. They can kind of defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine to dispute.
Okay. So give me another geography check, first and foremost. Let's see if you can route a new path.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And a survival.
Oh no. Sorry, preemptive there.
All right. Good stuff. And let's see how this goes. These dice. All right. Well, you are traveling on your way to Kamoa. There is a large caravan that starts kind of moving up in the distance. And it starts, as it notices you, it kind of it starts to move towards where you are.
So it changed directions?
No, it's moving sort of in the direction that you're moving when it sees you.
Okay.
And when it sees you, it starts to get closer to where you are.
Anything identifying on it?
With a 21, he rolled a higher perception. Eventually, as he gets
23.
closer, you'll notice it has these banners across the side of it that declare it to be. One sec. Get a name out of here real quick. This is Dalabor's Trade Caravan.
Seem too hostile.
Yeah, I was interested in maybe.
Does it look to be a humanoid driving it, or?
Yes, it is actually, in fact, a human male and a. Let's see here.
This is Dalibor character.
And an elven female.
Yeah, is it a knowledge local to determine who Dalibor might be?
Sure. Give me a knowledge local. I'll allow that. Or a knowledge history.
Good lord.
Wow.
I don't think anybody's gonna beat that.
Okay, dude, you know all there is to know about Dalibor.
A suspicious amount.
Dalibor
Dalabar.
he's a merchant who moves from place to place. He specifically looks for military goods or things that have had some sort of history connected to the military. So he'll like sometimes wander way off the beaten path to see if he can like find where maybe some military people have like fallen and potentially perished, and he'll like loot them and then sell the goods that he finds. He tends to have a pretty large group with him, keeping him safe. As he gets in close, you can notice like one wing of his cart has shit. I rolled a second die and I forgot what I rolled on it. Let me do this again. It has about 7 men that are following alongside it. He is probably one of the most prosperous merchants roaming merchants that still exists. Usually, to be successful around here, you have to be somebody who's running goods for another place. It's very difficult around here to survive, to either be able to survive, or 2, be able to pay enough units to be able to keep you safe. But somehow Dalibor has managed to accomplish that.
Impressive.
And he starts waving as he thinks he's getting into what is view of you guys.
You guys interested in trading, or I assume Spinks tells us all that? No.
I will tell you my suspiciously large amount of knowledge.
Any of you interested in parting with some gold with this guy, or?
Well, we should check what he has,
Yeah.
There's no harm in checking in. At bare minimum, he seems to be a upstanding citizen. We should probably warn him about the encampments around here.
I don't trust him, but...
Alright, well, you guys can give me a perception going through his stuff, because he has a lot of stuff if you're willing to look through stuff. Alright, so Zeke, you can find a couple of different things that you might recognize. You notice, first of all, there's an amulet like the one that Arius gave to Maldronicus. Actually, he has a pair of these, strangely enough. Or no, it's only one, right? Because one of them was on the body of Jack when he got ripped up by a lion, and Ozzy didn't have one. So there's just one. There's one extra one that's floating around that's not being kept by somebody.
Oh, that's right. Because I joined in after.
Correct.
Sure, what's the price on that?
So he goes into some like big story that he's telling about like how he got this amulet and where it was found, and like talks about the body and talks about some other things. And he says he would be willing to part with the item for probably around 1,000 gold.
Ooh.
All right. I don't have anywhere near that, so.
Okay.
It's not even nearly worth it. You can get a wand that does 50 times that.
Barter.
I mean, for me, it's definitely worth it. Like, that's an item that I would actually find extremely useful. But
you'd use an action to heal a D8.
Yeah. It's just sometimes, it's necessary.
Yeah, I guess that's
Good
it.
sir,
We also have potions, which kind of do the same thing.
Good sir, how are you at, a little discount here and there?
I mean,
Yeah,
everything is negotiable. What would you like?
I'm gonna huddle up with the party to the side a bit. Do you guys have anything you want to maybe trade up in exchange for some gold? I have a scroll of summon monster too that, I don't know, am I ever going to use this thing?
Don't make me know, never mind. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on
Zeke
these
wants this
people
thing.
that are following him.
Rather trade up some things I'm never really going to use and get something useful maybe.
I don't need it.
Does Zeke mention the amulet to anybody else in the party? Or does he keep that to himself?
Sure, I probably would have mentioned, hey guys, look what I found,
Okay.
This looks interesting or whatever.
Well, actually, I'd ask what else he has. Maybe we'll do like a bulk purchase.
I have lots of things. I sometimes don't even know what I have. You ask and I'll see if I have it.
I don't even know what I'd be looking for.
A journal.
Do you have any?
Does he have does he
What?
have that stick
Excuse
you're
me?
looking
What
for?
did you say, young lady?
Got any interesting journals?
Journals. What
Nerd.
there was a book I found, had a lot of notes in it. It looked like they were very important notes. I'm not sure what some of the stuff was, but I think maybe this is like a journal that you're looking for. He kind of flips through the pages. I'll let this go to you for 200 gold. It's very, very priceless. Found it on the body of a dead warrior. Must have been a very, very hard fight.
200 is 20 platinum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I will look it up.
Okay.
Do you have any special light armors or something like that?
I have. Let me see. Let me look through my inventory for a moment.
I don't know what else I would even want.
It's taking me a little long to find my inventory. Please hold. Well, Mal, you are browsing through things. You find that there is a very large metal arm.
Detect magic on it.
It is not magical. Well, it has like a faint hint of what looks like there maybe used to be magical energy in it, but it looks like most of the magical energy has faded away from it.
I mean, it has been a long time since I've died.
Yep. Alright, and you were looking for armors, so let's see what we get here. Ah, yes, I have some chainmail that is very shiny and much more resistant than normal chainmail to breaking. I have some chain shirt as well that will it has a bit of anti-death magic on it.
Anti-death magic?
Anti-death magic.
I was thinking more something for like a spellcaster. You know, I gotta make some movements. Can't be tied down. You have anything like that?
I'm very sorry, I do not. I don't think spellcasters can use tower shields, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we could, but
My apologies. I have some leather armor if you can handle leather armor with some magic in it.
wait, with some magic in it? What does it do?
Yes, it is slightly more resistive than regular leather armor. Very difficult to break.
Well, I think about that. Anyone interested in this death-resistant chainmail?
We don't have the money for any magical items.
Well, hold on. We can barter with this guy. We're doing some bulk
1,000 down
purchases.
to like 800.
Well, I got some stuff I can trade up and stuff. How much do you want for the death-resistant chainmail?
Around 5,000 gold. Was on a very illustrious soldier. He was very well taken care of. He had lots of things on him, quite shiny things.
This studded leather gives me a chance to spell fail. I think I'm not interested in that unless the magic reduces that.
That it does not.
God damn it, man. How much did you say for that death resistant? 5,000?
5,000.
Okay, and we're part of the military, so what if we discount if we give you some special military items?
Yeah, I give bonus for trades for military items. I will buy it nearly full price.
I will huddle again with the party. Would the army get mad if we sell one of our lifelink chainmails and replace it with one of these?
Yeah, any military
It's a
property.
shirt, not chainmail. And yes.
Oh, yeah. They would get mad if you said, like, hey, look, I got this death-resistant one instead. And, like...
They would be mad because you're selling Blacksmith Inc. secret technology that is specifically given to you to prototype.
True.
Hey, Arius, you were asking around about that one group. Do you know any gear they might have that we could see if this guy has? Maybe we find out that they died.
Oh, good idea. They had like really shiny armor, but this guy didn't say he had any. Like, they had like heavy armored people, and it was very shiny and pretty. I don't think he has any of that. That's all I really remember they had, I think.
Yeah, but didn't they have, like, some sort of design that was like specific to them, if I recall?
Did they?
I thought they had like some like lion design or something.
We fought a lion. I don't
Maybe
remember if
that's
they
what I was
had.
thinking of.
Oh, that's a good point. Does he have any of the magic hair gel?
He in fact does have the magic hair gel.
Oh.
He tells you that there was a wonderfully beautiful group of men that would not stop trying to steal his wife away from him. They were all over her. They told me this was the greatest hair gel ever, and that one day I would actually be able to sell it. And so far, no one is interested in magical hair gel. They got a very good deal on some armor, though. Very good.
Were those military guys?
Oh, they were very much so.
How long ago was this?
This was many, many months ago. You want hair gel?
Who the heck would want that? I mean, I'll take it off you for like, I don't know, how much you want for it?
I bought from them for, it was like 200 gold.
What?
Yes. They said it has 30 uses. No, not 30. Maybe 30? 30 uses, I believe, was the number.
I'll show him the scroll of summon monster 2 and I'll say, how about a trade?
Yes!
Seems a lot more useful than that.
Absolutely. I will take your trade.
Alright.
I will sell this much easier than that.
Yeah, you're gonna throw in some gold or what?
No! We have made the deal!
No! Okay.
He took a loss on that. He doesn't even care.
To be fair, I don't think he ever thought he would get rid of that.
No, and he gets to say that it was penned by somebody from the military. So if you guys become big, he gets to talk about how, like, you know, he got this scroll that was specifically written by this Arius fellow.
He can inflate his prices, got it.
Yep.
Do I know how many uses are on this new hair gel? Did he say?
It's 30.
Okay.
I was gonna say, let's find out and let me just stick some fingers in there and test it.
I offer everyone some of my other hair gel that had 9 uses of it, so I'll use one.
Okay.
Anyone else want to try this hair gel? It makes your hair very nice.
I've got my face stuck in a
You gotta
gel,
just
so-
add water.
Anyone?
Looks like no
Yeah,
challenge.
I'll try some.
Okay. Alright, so
Wait,
when you
did
first
you
put
say
it in your
yes?
hair, it doesn't seem to do anything specifically. But if you put a little bit of water in your hair will be permanently wet. Well, it will be permanently wet for like a few hours.
Perfect. Just long enough for me to have that Iron Man match.
Yep,
yeah, so
exactly.
I think all of us have like water skins and stuff, so yeah, I'll just show them like, I'll
Yep.
do it and then show them.
It's WWE Wethead.
Now we style them.
Alright, we got
Great
the
person.
shield rolling around now.
Dirt. Oh wait, I don't know if that's the Shield's theme or Roman Reigns' theme. Same thing.
Alright, so
Anyone else want to buy it from this guy, or are we ready to head out, friends?
Yeah, I'm too broke. I'm
Okay.
ready to head out.
Same here. Unless he's got some
I
maps for
just
cheap.
spent all my money on a book.
okay. So Sphinx, so he asks if he can travel alongside you guys. Well, he first asks where you're going. Sorry. Where are you heading?
But you headed the opposite direction.
No, I'm heading in yours. I was heading this way. Our carts are pointed in the same direction.
I suppose we don't mind some extra travel companions.
Where are you heading? Maybe we're not going to the same place.
We're headed to Mukmak.
Oh, not familiar with Mukmak. Maybe I go with you. If I've never been there, maybe they want to buy.
Maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't mind picking up his items that he sold to us after something tears us in half.
Yeah, that's what that's obviously what he's hoping for, is that we die.
If you guys want to go back to that werelion camp, he'll stay a good distance out.
We'll use his 7 guards. Might be a fair amount.
That means that at least 7 of those werelions are going to be distracted for a turn.
All right, so let's carry on to Mukmak. I forget what the distance here is. Give me 1 sec. Let me measure this out. So I think
1
it's
mile.
I think it's a little over a day, or you guys can force it. Let's see here. Kamoa to... Yeah, so it's a little over a day. It's about 40 miles. And the cart is 30 miles to travel, correct? That was what we...
40.
Was it 40? Okay, so you guys will actually arrive. You've taken a couple of detours, though. So I'm going to say you're more like right about here. But even still... if you guys push it through the early evening, you can probably make it to Mukmak.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give me one more set of perception checks, and let's see if you make it to Mukmak.
Ooh,
Ooh, very nice. Another 30 from Mal. All right. As you guys are heading to Mukmak, you can see there's like there's a guy who's kind of out, and he's like trying to build a small hut out here.
What race is it?
He is Elven. He's just out right now hammering. He's got a bunch of wood, which is really weird because he's in the middle of the plains.
I would Have we rested yet for the night?
No, not yet. You guys have not made it to Mukmak yet.
But we take little breaks, right?
You take small breaks here and there, but no like long rests.
I know, like a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're down to stop here, I'd actually be kind of curious to talk to this guy.
Sure.
I would go up to him, and I'm actually just gonna look around if I see any hunting equipment.
Nope, no hunting equipment.
Okay.
He's got very, very little like stuff here. He's got like a hammer. He's got this wood. He's got a couple of like containers of stuff, and he's just like building his house. Like he's got nothing to worry about.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the surrounding area just in case.
Greetings, sir.
Hello.
Yep, that guy's
He
definitely
turns. And as he turns, you notice that like there's a bit of like scarring on his face.
Like branding or from like fire?
It's kind of hard to tell. It actually doesn't look like either. It's like very disfigured, but not in a fire-like way, not in like a brand sort of way. Almost like somebody's kind of like turned his face to goo and then twisted it a little bit.
I would put down my hood and I would say, what brings you out onto these plains?
It's hard to find a home when you're like this. So I figure I'll find my own place.
Understandably, but in no short listing, we've encountered many things that would probably just eat you within a fortnight.
I worry not about them. They will not see me.
Why is that? You're building a house. They can see houses.
They will not see the house when it is done.
Enlighten me.
Well, I have worked a long time to make sure that things like this cannot see me. It is the simple things I don't wish to deal with, and I have ways of making myself invisible just to those things. The other things I wish to see me, they'll see me.
How do you do this?
With magic. I have worked very hard at producing a spell that very specifically makes sure that I am not seen by animals or creatures with lower intellects.
This only works on you? Like, won't they still see your cabin? And won't they still smell you?
They will not smell me. I am imperceivable to those not smart enough to comprehend what I am.
Is that part of the magic, or is that part of you?
It is part of the magic, and part of me because I keep the magic going.
This magic, it can affect just you, or it can affect other objects as well.
It could affect other objects if they knew the spell, but this kind of spell is one I like to keep to myself.
Perhaps we could... We are parts of the military, as you can see, and
Yes.
We've had much trouble with these beasts in the past.
Yes, I bet you have.
And especially as someone settling close to the military encampment, it could be beneficial to have good terms with our upper-ups.
Yes.
If you could teach us how to do this trick, I can make sure that the military is aware that you are building a camp out here, and they could send patrols through more regularly.
I don't need their patrols. I prefer to interact with the military as little as necessary.
What do you then?
What do I what?
Do you need?
I need little. That's why I can build a house out here.
And is there... You don't have anything at all that you desire in this world? Any knowledge of your own? I know much. Perhaps we could trade secrets of sorts.
Oh, that's delicious. I would trade secrets. Tell me a secret and I will tell you one I have.
I don't actually... So I would... Well, I don't even know what's considered a secret. It's a lot of the stuff that I've researched, not common knowledge.
Ooh, you're military. Tell me about the mountains. What's going on in the mountains? I want to know. If you tell me a secret, I'll tell you a secret.
It's unfortunately not at our pay grade, sir.
Oh.
Is this guy a lizard folk?
No, he is not. He is not a lizard folk. He does seem to be human.
Okay.
You think though? Give me a knowledge arcana here. That's a good knowledge nature, and these two things kind of join together.
Ooh.
You're getting some kind of like hag-ish vibes
Ooh.
from this guy, but he doesn't like. A hag would normally be more interested in eating you. They wouldn't be interested in secrets.
Is this all like? Is there any vibes of like that secret society thing where they're stealing secrets? Like, is this like giving me that vibes at all? Or?
Give me a knowledge religion, and we'll see, and a sense motive. We'll see how those kind of put together.
I am untrained in knowledge religion.
Okay, so just give me a sense motive then. I mean, you feel like there's some similarities to what he's doing, but he's not mentioned anything about wanting it for religious purposes. He in fact, he used the phrase delicious, almost as though like he could somehow feed on the secret.
I want to try and say something to everyone that like clues them into this like thought I'm having without being obvious.
Okay.
Like, who's the god of knowledge again that like they like twisted the symbol of?
Thoth.
Thoth. Okay, I want to be like, I want to say something like, I don't know, like something. I'm not as clever as Arius maybe, but like something like, oh, like this reminds me of that time we ran into the Thoth Club.
Give me a bluff here.
I was 100% thinking the same thing.
And I'm like winking to my party.
So yeah, Arius finds a way to carefully like mention something about the Thoth organization that you dealt with back in Kazarim. Ooh.
How do you feel about Thoth, good sir?
I think that Thoth should mind his own business. And let me mind mine. Do you know something about Thoth? Maybe you could share it with me.
Oh.
Maybe something that's a secret?
Yeah, tell him the password to the club. You can get lots of secrets there.
Yeah, I don't think I know anything special about the gods. I'm not really a religious.
Oh, that's
person.
a shame. Well, if there are no secrets, I should probably resume building my home. You notice, like, the hammer hasn't stopped hammering since he, like, walked away from it and started talking to you guys.
Man, I wanted to hear a secret.
I'll try to whisper to Aldronicus and say, maybe you can tell him about your blade. If you're interested in obtaining a secret.
I don't think we have anything this man wants.
Alright.
Oh, I think we have plenty that this guy wants. I don't think that there's anything that we can give him that we should give him.
Yeah, I'm fine with enduring more lines without having to give up any precious secrets.
All right. So yeah, you guys will get to Muckmack without any
Hold up.
additional.
For my wizard notes, like what sort of area could I put for this? Where's this dude at?
Give me a knowledge geography. Because he's not, like, if you don't know anything about, like, how to determine where you're at, it's a little hard to tell where he is on a map.
Do you want help finding the place on the map?
Yes, Sphinx, are you able to tell me where we're at?
If you actively mention it, I'll gladly help you.
And we should probably mark this dude's house on the map, too, if it's going to be invisible to a lot of stuff.
All right. That is a good knowledge geography. You want to try to help him out and pinpoint it in a little more, Sphinx? Excellent.
Well, I can try.
All right, so the little hovel here is right about here. Did I put that on the right layer?
No.
Damn it, I did it again. And then it disappeared. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Fucking shapes.
Oh, there it is.
Excellent. Alright. So that is... I need to make sure it's as small as it can get so it's not interfering. But that is the little hovel. It actually should be a little bit over. Right about there. And that is where the little hovel is. As you guys begin to approach, so you take that down. You make sure you mark it on the map and write it in your on your list. And not long after that, you will arrive in Muckmack. Good old Muckmack. As you get close, there are a number of goblins that are standing on the walls here. The giant stone the giant rocks that have been kind of put into this place. They look out as you guys come towards, and they like put their hands up for you to stop, and you can see them all with like spears ready to throw. And it looks like they're trying to shout something.
I'd command Pierre just to get a little bit closer so I can try and communicate with these people, but like slow down the cart so that we're not rushing into the town.
Pierre will slow the cart. And you can get a little bit closer and you can start to hear the goblin shouting something at you in Goblin. Anyone who knows Goblin would hear, "Tell us who you are! We'll strike you down where you stand!"
I respond in the Goblin tongue. We are with the military. We're here on military business. We've been here before. Well, one of us.
He looks out. "I don't remember horses!" Delicious horses.
Horses are not.
They're gonna try and eat our horses.
I don't understand. Never mind. I don't wait.
"You may come forward a little more."
Spinks, translate. What are they saying?
They're saying they don't recognize us, and they don't recognize horses.
Tell them to look at me. I'm the only one that they maybe.
You're really far out. They're like, they seem way more like afraid than they have ever been.
Well,
I keep moving the cart forward.
Okay. The cart slowly moves forward. As you get into range, one of the goblins kind of looks over and notices, "Hey, you beat the Wolfman."
is he speaking common?
No, he is speaking Goblin.
He's pointing at Arius.
He is pointing at Arius, yes.
"You beat a wolfman?"
Ah, he remembers me.
Lots dogs. Very tasty if we could have gotten them. But he left them behind. Behind he leave the dogs. Why? You ask him why he leave dog behind. Delicious, delicious dog.
"Why did you leave the dogs behind?"
Tell him this is none of his concern. We need to get to the town. Now that they know who we are, let's.
Yeah, he'll like wave you on through. Yeah, and you guys can wander into Mukmak. The cart is way too big for Mukmak. The roads here are designed for like two goblins to walk side by side on the roads. They are not designed for this massive 10 by 10 cart to roll through the streets. So Pierre kind of like turns the cart and leaves it aside, and he goes about starting to take care of things on the cart. So you will have to traverse the town on foot.
Oh no!
Is it super late or how?
It is very late. The moon is overhead. The sun has set for at least a few hours.
Have I gotten to take a look at the journal?
Yeah, you can have read quite a bit of the journal. The journal has a bunch of notes. It does actually reference this town of Mukmak.
I will probably read up, now that we're here, like, glance at the Mukmak pages and see if there's anything important.
Mention some about Boom Boom Juice.
Oh, yes.
I gotta find out what this Boom Boom Juice is.
We all need to take a shot of Boom Boom Juice before we leave.
Only one?
Can I make a check to see if I remember? Because I thought I remember one place we went where they didn't care if it was late. They were like always there or something. Was that here?
Oops, that's the wrong.
Remember.
That's the wrong music.
Myers is coming to get us.
I wanted to put some sound in the background, but I can't find the right playlist here. Oh well. We'll do that in a minute. Do this for now. So this is... I mean, there are some people up, but this is... No, Chrysizen is the place where there is no nighttime.
Yeah, I just remember I thought that maybe it was... I can't remember. Sometime we went to and it was late, but they didn't care. They were like I don't know. Anyways,
That was Krizizen.
Really?
Yeah, you guys had went to Krizizen, and that was where on the way back you lost half the party.
All right. Well, turn in for the night, guys. We'll talk to the leader in the morning for our emerald and taxes.
Sounds good.
That's fair enough.
All right, so where are you guys going to stay? Last time you were here, there was no action. They didn't really have a place that fit regular people to sleep. They had you stay in a storehouse.
Has there been any upgrades?
You can wander over there if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest this to the party.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
The five of you head over to the stockhouse, the storehouse, and it is full of stuff. And there are 2 guards posted outside of it. Little goblins with spears.
Well, maybe we want to just meet with this mayor or whatever they have up here. Even though it's late.
We can at the very least ask if they have a place to stay.
No complaints from me.
Okay. So you will make your way over to the stockhouse, if I remember correctly, was here. Might have been this one. I don't remember. So it's not a very far travel to get to where Muck is. When you arrive, the guards that are standing in front of his entryway look at you, and we recognize you. Who you?
Is this common again or no?
It's Goblin.
I look at Sphinx.
He's asking who the rest of us are.
Well, maybe you should tell him.
We're with him. We're new members of this group.
What happened to old members?
Not pleasant things.
Oh,
Apparently.
he made all alone with new people?
What does that even mean?
What you need? Why you here?
We're looking to talk to the leader about a place to stay.
Oh, you want to speak with Muck about sleep? We got no place for people sleep. Only Gabo sleep.
Certainly some sort of arrangement can be made for the military.
I don't understand. Why military means something special?
Well, the Mukmak is in agreements with the protocols of the military. We will be here regularly.
Me know nothing
as long as that
about
is the case.
in accordance. What accordance?
Basically, your town and my people have a deal, and we're going to be here a lot.
Oh.
So you should figure out where we are sleeping when we come here.
Why?
It's going to be really inconvenient.
Why we given to you? What make you so important?
We're here to
For the
protect
military.
You're here to protect us? Oh, hold on. Muck might be very happy. Muck might be very angry if I don't tell him.
I'm sorry. I can't.
And the goblin, starts to drop his spear and then realizes what he's doing and, quickly picks it up and rushes inside.
So Modronicus knows Goblin also?
Yeah, I speak a lot of languages.
Excellent.
You may enter. In common.
Oh, good job, guys.
Alright. Well.
Enter.
All right.
I translate it to Goblin for Arius.
What?
He's like, wait, what?
The dark brown, fur-faced goblinoid that is now grown to be larger than he was before sits on his large stone and gem-encrusted chair. Looking at the five of you as you step in. Arius was your name, right?
Indeed.
You have new hobgoblin.
Yes, only the best. Better than the old one.
No metal arms.
She has other tricks.
Who are your new friends?
All brave and valiant members of the military.
Good. Why have you returned? We paid you when last you were here.
Yep, and if you recall, we need payment every so often to maintain your security. Maldronicus, you have the note for them?
Yeah, sure. I would extend the note.
Okay. One of the goblins rushes over, grabs the note, and then brings it over to him, and hands it to him. He unrolls the note. That's a lot.
Yes, but we're here, and do you need anything done?
So I pay this, and you take care of problems. That's the deal?
Maldronicus can answer that.
Yes, essentially, while we're here, we can look at any issues that you're having. Additionally, you may have, if you can pay in a very specific type of currency, it may be of great benefit to the military, as there is looming threats to potentially a lot of these people in these western cities.
Not long after you killed the thing that was bothering us to the west. I believe you said it was a man.
Part man, part wolf.
We suddenly lost our exchanges with a nearby town that was giving us a supply of goods. Let me make sure I actually have my notes correct. Hold on. I just realized I might be conflating something here. We worked out a deal for some new liquids to keep the people here at bay, and for some additional vegetation and meats that we didn't have access to before. However, they have been complaining of issues getting things to us. They have been saying,
on the road?
Yes. They have been saying that it is wolves. I've never heard of a wolf. I've never seen a wolf. I don't know what a wolf is. But they say it looks like a dog.
Yeah.
Or like a warg. Is that true?
Pretty much.
We were worried that these things might come for us, so we set up goblins on the perimeter to make sure we would not be attacked while we slept. Thankfully, that has not been a problem for us. But additionally, we have lost access to what resources we were getting from the mountains. But it's been hard for us to get those resources anyway. The tunnels... He, stops as he speaks. Our routes to get these items are having other problems that we are dealing with. But our trade is most important. morale is getting very low.
Is that?
Well,
I don't think you need a sense motive there. Like, obviously, they're hiding tunnels.
Yeah.
Tunnels, though, that have these gems in them.
Secret tunnel.
I would ask him at this point. It seems this could be something that we could help you with. It depending on the amount of resources we're willing to devote will depend on if you have a suitably large emerald that the military is currently in search of.
He gestures to one of the goblins, who runs like off into some other portion of where he's of his room, and he comes back out with a very large emerald, something like that.
And measure it.
Certainly. The goblin holds onto it as he stretches his arm out to you.
I measure it and sort of compare it to the size that the wizard described. Adequate?
Give me an appraise.
I was going to ask, can I do engineering? But I guess it's about the same.
I'll give you an engineering as well. Either one. You go over it, and it does seem to match what the wizard is looking for.
Very well. This is something...
Maybe a little bit bigger, actually.
It's fine. Okay, very well. This would work well for our needs. So specifically, what is it that you would like done? Would you like for us to find out what's causing the disruption of your trade routes? Would you like to see us to find out if there's anything approaching your borders?
It is important that trade be reestablished. We need to have access to those resources.
Okay. If you are willing to give us access to people that have last been involved in the trade, give us the questions and the answers that we need, then we should be able to resolve this within a few days.
Get back to the right voice. Sorry.
We also brought that trader with us, too. Like, that might help in the short term.
That trader does not have any food items for trade. He trades in, relics that he's picked up off of other trips. And most of what they're looking for is consumables.
Are all of your consumable-based traders based in a particular area of town that we could talk to?
There is a town to the north. To the northwest. A town called... let me look this up again. Actually, I got it over here. Called Bowold. They have been a great resource to us. They have lots of plants, lots of wildlife that they have managed to breed, lots of livestock. Very good things for our people. And we have good access to materials to supply them with trade.
When is the last time you had a successful trade go through with them?
About 2 weeks ago.
You haven't heard anything since?
No.
Perhaps you could lend us one of your trade wagons, and we could,
We do not have trade wagons. They send wagons to us, and we make the trades.
I see. Then I guess perhaps we can travel there, and we can find out what's going on. How far away is this town?
It is... I don't know. I am not good with distance. I know that they say it takes them about 2 days to arrive.
We may travel much lighter than they do, but since you do not seem to know the location, perhaps have someone employ that does?
Yes, you could probably speak with the Trademeister, and he would know for certain.
I'm gonna check out my map.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's on there.
Give me a knowledge geography.
Knowledge geography.
Yeah, so you will notice that Boawold is about 50 miles from Mukmek. It is here.
I'll
I
kind
don't know
of
if you can
point
see
it out
now.
to
Clicking.
Mal on the map when I find it.
Yep.
I see. If we left early enough in the morning, we could certainly do that in a day.
That would be good. The sooner it's fixed, the better. Trade is very important.
It's very close to the mountains. All right, we'll look into this, and in return, in Emerald, in addition, can be used as a deduction on whatever is owed in taxes. But we will see if we can get your trade resumed.
We will accept this deal. We can make this happen.
Very well, we will leave in the morning. My companions are not midgets of any sort. We are larger soldiers. There's somewhere that we could sleep here.
Normally, we would offer you the storeroom, but it is very, very stocked. When we got the ability to trade with Boawold, we made very, very quick work at making sure we supplied up very heavily. We have 3 times what normally would be in a trade. And we have been, since the delays in further shipments, we have been very careful about what we let out of the stock. But we have been slowly rationing a few things here and there. But people have noticed. We would suggest, if you want a place to stay, we can make room near one of the hills if you wish to set up a camp.
Your taverns don't have any spare rooms?
Not for your size.
All right.
I'm not sure you could get through the doors properly. You might, if you wanted to squeeze.
No, the camp seems better than cramming a bed that does not fit. Do that. You have someone escort us to a location.
Yes. One of the guards will escort you to a spot nearby any of the stone walls, probably about here. They recommend would be the safest.
All right.
And you guys can set up a little campsite for the night.
Any of you want to get a drink before we go to bed?
Yeah, I heard they got a famous drink here. I mean, I need to try it.
I heard there's something written in this journal about some sort of boom juice.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to
Sounds
find
good.
wherever we could
It's
get
the best
that.
Mukmak can offer. Also, we have that, I don't know if Cassius, you have it, or Mal has it now. It's a document for the trade route we were setting up. Speaking of trade routes.
I know one of us does.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps we can deliver that off and have a drink and celebrate us making it back here. Well, me making it back here.
And us making it 2 here.
That got a little sad.
1 of 5, not bad.
Not bad. Pretty good success rate.
All right, so you guys can head on over to the. I literally just looked this up. The Many Hands Tavern. Inside today, it is Mox that is working behind the counter. Mox is the one that speaks common.
Awesome.
Can the others even fit through the door, though?
They can. They just remember they have to kind of like scrunch down and kind of like near crawl through the place.
All right.
Mox, my good buddy, old pal.
It's good to see you.
How much for 5 boom boom juices?
5. Oh yes, 5 boom booms.
I wave my finger.
All right, 4 boom boom juices.
I give you.
No, do it 5. Someone else will do it if you can't do it.
I give you special deal. I give you 5 silver each.
Is the owner around as well? I want to speak with him.
I is owner.
you are the owner?
Ox. What is it? It was Ox. Hold on. I want to pull this up. I don't want to get their names wrong. And I just made sure I put them all in a document. Ox, Rocks, and Smocks.
Okay. I believe you. I'm gonna give him 20 gold.
Oh!
I need to speak with you when you have a moment.
Yes, I make plenty time.
All right, thank you.
He like fills up from a couple of small barrels your boom boom juices and then sets them down on the counter. They're they're in like a mug, but the mug is like goblin sized. It's not, traditional human size. So to you guys, you could, easily drink this in a single big gulp. Or you can choose to take it slowly.
All right, guys.
All right.
Single gulp.
Single gulp. That's how we have to go down.
All right.
Mal, are you sure you don't want to do this? It's called solidarity, my friend.
I saw 3 down the hatches. Let me get some down the hatch rolls from the 3 people who did it. And there's number 4.
One of us is gonna shit ourselves. All of us are.
Wait, what save do you want for?
Fort.
Shoot, where is that?
Oh boy. Mal, your party is going to be sick tomorrow.
This is great.
Oh my! Oh wait, hold on. I get a reroll.
Oh yeah, you do.
Not
All right.
lower.
Should I use it for this? I probably shouldn't. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'll just be sick.
So I guess Mal's not having it, so there's no reason for me to describe the burning sensation that goes down your throat.
Sleep.
Yeah.
No,
there's
no,
definitely
actually,
nothing while you sleep that would make you want to save your
Never
reroll. The burning sensation like rolls down your throat, and as it's doing so, like you can feel like your throat kind of wants to push the fire back out of your mouth or back out of your throat, which actually, Spinks, you'll kind of like spit up a little bit, and there's like a bit of like blood that comes up with it, and a bit of smoke that like pours out of your mouth. The same thing, a little bit of that happens to you, Cassius, but there's no blood. Just a little bit of like, kind of like when you get that burp in the middle of taking a really big swig of something. And it like now burns like in your nostrils as well as in your throat. And Spinks, like your nose feels like it's on fire. Your mouth is kind of on fire. You can taste like the blood and the burning. And just as like you think it can't get any worse, you feel like this tight, fiery explosion that feels like it happens in your stomach. And anything that you ate is probably gone now. In fact, everything that you eat feels like it wants to be gone now. And you will need to find some place to relieve yourself. Cassius, you will very shortly after that need to do the same. For the other two of you, you manage to push down enough of the drink that you feel like the burst in your stomach, and that leaves it feeling like somebody like lit their hand ablaze and then stuffed it through the center of your stomach, and then like it exploded on the inside of your stomach. You feel really nauseous, but like as that feeling kind of subsides, you also start to feel like really relaxed and really good.
That's the good stuff I remember.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
I just mutter something about alcoholics, and then I go to get a drink in real life.
Spinks, are you going to do something about your problems, or are you going to...
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna excuse myself and...
Alright.
But how did it taste, though?
It, like, the thing is, it has this, like, really warm, like, it's kind of got, like, a whiskey sensation to it, but with a bit more punch. So it has a really nice palate to your mouth until, like, it starts to engage with your throat, and it kind of makes you swallow. Like, it's very difficult to like, spit this out. Your mouth kind of wants to do a sucking sensation. You know, the like, vacuum thing you do when you have hot food in your mouth? You don't spit it out, like, your mouth is like... And that makes the, like, alcohol, like, force itself back down your throat, and you just start the swallowing.
So neither my stomach or my mouth wants any part of this.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go take care of business.
Yep.
You know.
And I think with this, we will take a short break.
And if I come back and there's still that fifth drink there.
All right.
Oh, dang
God! It just gets worse. All right, well, we'll talk about those results in just a little bit.